time it's you. Your sky can still be blue.
What does Browns Island mean to me? It's an iconic location in Auckland, a central point in the harbour, from where you can see the whole of the Gulf and the city. And it's one of 50 or so volcanoes around the Auckland area, which I find fascinating, how they've come up through the Earth's crust all around the city. And since I arrived in 2005, it's probably become my favourite Auckland location. It's just a 30 to 60 minute, depending on the conditions, paddle from my suburb, St Heliers. And yet, once you're out there, it feels 100 miles away from the city. Quiet, wild, and empty. Times have I visited Browns Island? Oh, many times over the last 12 years or so. Often on a Sunday morning paddle with Greg or Lawrence. In that time we've landed on every shore and walked to the summit from every angle. A little bit of history about Motukorea, which is the Maori name for Browns Island. It first began as a series of wet, explosive eruptions that created a 1 kilometre tuff ring. This was followed by a series of dry eruptions that built several scoria cones inside that original crater. And then basalt lava flows came from the base of those scoria cones and extended some 2 kilometres to the south and to the west. And then in the final phase of growth, some dry fire fountaining eruptions occurred and built the current scoria cone in the centre that we see today. And these eruptions probably finished between 10 and 30,000 years ago, but nobody's quite sure exactly how old it is. Motukorea actually means the island of the oyster catcher, and there's certainly a few birds around the island that you see paddling around it. It was settled and cultivated in pre-European times, and some Par earthworks are still evident on the island. But back in 1840, William Brown and John Logan Campbell purchased the island from the iwi chiefs of the time. Brown later sold the island in 1873, and 2 sets of families set about farming the island, and they owned it through till 1946. It was then bought by the Auckland Metropolitan Drainage Board, and eventually the Mayor of Auckland bought the island and gifted it to the people of Auckland in 1955. So you see, along with everybody else in Auckland, I own a little piece of it. So without wishing to be morbid, none of us are getting any younger. As you'll see in this video, this place really sums up my life and moving with Sue here to Auckland some 12 years ago, which was, you know, the other side of the planet from us, starting off in the UK. And we were just delighted by the beauty and the life we discovered here in New Zealand, and particularly Auckland. And Auckland, I think, is one of the most beautiful cities that I've seen in the world. Not so much the central area, the CBD, but just the beaches, the bays and all the crinkly bits around the outside, which makes such an interesting place, and particularly the Hauraki Gulf and all the islands out there. And it's hard to believe in some ways that 1.5 million people live so close to all this wild beauty. And it's my favourite vantage point. It's reasonably high up and you can see absolutely everything from the top of Browns Island crater. And you're able to keep an eye on what's going on across Auckland. It's where I'd like my ashes scattered. So a whole new concept, visiting your grave site before you've died, but I'm just going to mosey on up and see where one day
This red cedar summer bag is the designated bag for John's ashes.
One day. I love the way Greg's assuming that he'll still be around. Does that mean I should be worried about him? Greg on the ascent of the North Face.
In this one of many possible worlds, all for the best, or something's on test. It is what it is, and whatever. Time is still the infinite.
Hello.
Sprinkle, sprinkle.
I would rank this as a very special spot.
Take away. The watchmaker keeps to his schemes. The hours tick away, they tick away. The measure of a life is a measure of love and respect. So hard to earn, so easily burned. The measure of a life is a measure of love and respect. So hard to earn, so easily burned. In the fullness of time, a garden to nurture and protect. In the rising descent of the sun.
It's Sunday, 9/11, isn't it?
Oh,
And I know that date for a couple of reasons. Firstly, obviously the whole American thing, and then secondly, it is the date of my sister's birthday today, my younger sister.
special relationship, right?
Yes, very special. It's 4:50 and this is looking absolutely beautiful. And John and I should do this more often.
I agree.
Because every time we do it, it makes me realise I should get out of here more often. And for John, for some reason, he's picked this spot. And I don't know, you are serious about this, aren't you?
Yep.
Yeah, as a place he wants to rest. So I couldn't think too many more pretty spots around Auckland.
Yeah, so as Greg says, a nice spot this. So I came to New Zealand in 2005, which is nearly 12 years ago now, a long time, and just fell in love with New Zealand, but also the beauty of Auckland and the harbour here. And this is a special spot because from this spot you can see absolutely everything. You can see Great Barrier Island, see Coromandel, all the islands of Hauraki Gulf, Rangitoto, and obviously the city, North Shore, where we live, over on the east coast bays there, St Heliers and Hauraki. And you can see absolutely everything. And Auckland is, I've not seen a more beautiful city in the world. The coastline, the bays. So, yeah, quite a nice spot to rest, I think, where you can just keep an eye on everything.
wish you were